just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, it's Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 72 yards, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
2 minutes. Okay. I was going to say you had the ball first in this quarter.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Jackson hit and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Most of y'all niggas can't eat what I produce. I'm rich, I'ma stay
that. I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good
yardage. Try to do what you did, Dak.
That portion of the field,
you landed on your back, though, Dak, with the ball in your hand.
Either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the ball in your hand, but then the mistake. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I got that bomb ass, that good ass. They keep the dick right sipping
Still
down.
Just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
6 straight right now, 15, you know what I mean?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Why does he have to pop back so far?
And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And that makes them now
back in the game with that
fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. On second down, Ingram. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He uncorks it for Snead, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Can you hear me? If that's my ho-to, I'm coming, Jeremy. I call her Siri. For the quickie. Can you hear me?
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown.
No, he knocked the fuck up on that.
Taking
y'all
it in
please
from 2
run
yards
towards
out
the ball.
as the Ravens push further out in front.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith. Actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When the ball tried to intercept it,
it
popped off his foot.
any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 71 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
400.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
From the 44, Jackson being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. And an alley to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Forbath, the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Lets it fly deep for and that's caught inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
You did it already. You did it already.
Here's Jackson. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
For a nigga to bounce
I don't know how many
around
more of these my
this
heart can take, my man. I just
around.
don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance.
And not all of my
extra
men are
point, go
staying
down
in
and
the
score,
end
kick
zone
their
when
point
I'm calling
themselves.
for.
They can pull this one out.
I don't
Yeah, but
get
also
it. It don't
on that
have
sideline,
nothing
it
to
just
do.
took the lead.
Listen,
You gotta get your
it has
defense
nothing
ready and
to
the
do with
special
me
teams
shining
unit
the
for the
light on the
kickoff
man and
coming
bringing
up.
them
Yeah, you're
forward.
exactly right.
I should be able to do
together,
that.
make sure they're still focused.
Whether I'm in the
and
zone or
already
if I'm not in the
celebrating a win.
zone.
Tucker with
Come
the extra
on.
point, and they will take
Come
a
on.
7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. He's hit the 50, 30, 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I'm up 1, right?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past,
Last
we
game
had
went to
sudden
overtime,
death.
didn't it?
First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even.
You know
as
you
the
was up by
kicks
21
away.
too, right?
This one taken just inside the 10.
No,
And
you were
a
up by
bad
21.
return here. He gets
I
it out to the
scored 21 straight.
25-yard
Then he
line.
scored, then I scored. We was up by 21. Ain't no probablys in it. Definitely.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Here comes the first throw at OT for Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
50 cents. Mike, 50 cents.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Elliott on 1st down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So